What's up, guys? Good freaking morning. Seems like things are getting a little cold. Winter's right around the corner. At least feels like it. It's like under 70 today in New York after a long time. So yeah, anyways, what I wanted to talk to you guys today about is a little bit of a sidestep about investing, okay? So basically, I've been getting hit up from all angles, okay, by my business partner, by one of my best friends, a very intelligent guy, good investor, serial entrepreneur, and even a couple of my friends from back home, all talking about the same thing very recently, and that is all of them revolving around cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these things. And one of them from back home was actually talking about getting why am I not investing in a machine that mines Bitcoins? Okay, so not really sure how those stuff work a lot. All I know is it's some mathematical equation those machines solve. It has like high processor speed and stuff like that, and you get like 0.0001 Bitcoin every like day or two or whatever. I don't know. Whatever it is, I wanted to make a little video about my take on all of this, right? So if you guys don't know, I am a fan of investing, right? I'm like, I don't know what to even call myself. You could say I'm an entrepreneur now based on what my life is like 80-90% of the time, but I do enjoy the idea of investing a lot, and I do see myself really being passionate about investing in the future. In fact, one of the most biggest phases I had where I really went hard and saw myself exploding was with forex. It's trading crude oil, one of the most riskiest things you could do. And I had a few months in that, and it went horrible like most people. But basically, as of now, my take on investing is like this, right? So I just wanted to get it out there so people know, if you're on the same boat, my thoughts are on it, right? Okay, so Bitcoin was around, in 2012, it was around 20 something dollars, okay? I bought a few not for investing reasons, for other reasons to use it, right? And then it spiked up. Largely, a lot of it was due to the online drug market, or so I think. Went to about like 900, then it crashed and went to about, I don't know, 200, 150, 200, and it stayed stagnant for a long time until it started going up slowly. And recently, as you guys probably are hearing everywhere, it's hitting new highs, 3,000, 4,000, and everybody, just like everybody normally does when these things happen, are going ballistic over it. Holy shit, it's the boat, let's get on. This is going to $100,000 in the next 2 years. Everybody's going crazy, right? Now, how do I explain this? If you look at the biggest and most successful investors of all time, obviously Warren Buffett, you could look at him, but if you go even further, right? There's some common denominators that you see, and one of the biggest ones, I'm not gonna say, there's like tens that I know, and that's like will blow your mind if you're anything into investing, and blew my mind when I found out. And one of the most common ones is that anybody who looks at a chart and goes like, only if I bought here, when it's like one of the lowest points, and looks at where they're here now, I would have been this much richer. Oh my God. And I want to make this one point, is that is like saying, it's almost exactly like saying this: oh my God, if I had 100 acres of land in New York, I would have 100 acres of land now. Holy shit. If I had 100 acres of land 10 years ago, I would still have 100 acres of land in New York. That's exactly what that shit is. Because just because something went up, there's things going up and down in the world at every second, every minute, every day, right? Everything matters on the confidence you had on investing into it. If you look at Mark Cuban, one of the things he says is like, diversification is for idiots. And I've grown to kind of embody that, but I'll explain how I use it. I still diversify, but how the mindset goes in the end of the video. he says this because if you are so unsure about which one to put money in, so you put a little bit on of them, you are an intelligent idiot. You know what you don't know, so you're gonna put a little bit in all, and you want to gradually, get the up. But if you want to explode or have like tremendous amount of wealth come up from one thing, it's never gonna be from diversifying. It's gonna be knowing with a lot of confidence in one thing for sure, and then putting all your eggs in that basket, right? That's what he calls it. He says like, in very intelligent people does put all their eggs in one basket, and then they sharpen their gaze and they watch the basket, something in that line. And so that's one thing, right? That's just like the first point about investing. Take it as however you take that. The second part is this. My strongest point is this. Across the board, anybody who has ever gotten, whatever you want to call it, wealthy, rich, very successful through investing, they always played a part in what they did. I don't know why this is not talked about that much. Warren Buffett wasn't just trading penny stocks and just like, putting into ones that are hot right now. He looks at an undervalued company, not a stock. He just uses the word stock, but he looks at it as a business. When he looks at our numbers, he visualizes the business. He visualizes the management, right? If you hear Warren Buffett talk about something, you would understand what I'm talking about. He has an ability for just looking at these numbers and visualize, okay, this is what the company's doing, this is where they stand right now. I would say they're at least 40 to 50 million short. They're undervalued, okay? What their market price should be, they are not getting that right now. It is likely they're going to be reaching a level higher. And he doesn't stop there. You think that, oh, that's what he does, and then he invests in it, right? No. Then he contacts them, the head of that company, the managers, the everything, and sets some kind of collaboration. Like, hey, I want to help you guys out. I want to come in your board, put in some of my guys, see why you guys are wasting so time with these kind of operations, and streamline this process, do this, make these changes. Are you okay with that? And they have some kind of collaboration, and he literally uplifts the company by his skills and his connections and invests in it prior to doing so. And then when he does, he makes it go much higher than it was already set to go, because it was already undervalued to start with, and then he works on it, right? So understand that for a second. Even in SEO, I don't know how this ties into it, but it kind of does. And even in SEO, a person who has a lot of reviews, people love him, but his website just sucks and he's not ranking anywhere. Me coming in, I'm going to look like a rock star within a matter of weeks, because I just change a few on-page changes and he starts showing up in all these places Google already had him for, but he just wasn't allowing him to be there because his H1 tags weren't there. And boom, I'm like, well, he thinks like I'm one of the best, right? Was I really that good? Is Warren Buffett really like, I mean, he obviously is fucking intelligent, but is he really like a god that everything he touches just turns into gold? No. He looks at something that's undervalued and he controls, he becomes a part of it, right? So understand that idea a bit of being a part of something. And this goes really to any extent. I've seen it all across the board. I've contemplated days on these kind of things, honestly, because I used to read books on investing, and even after I stopped trading because I became broke from it, I would go into whatever. I would think my life into investing in a lot of terms, and I can give so many examples like this across the board everywhere. Anywhere you see a very intelligent person who has gotten a huge amount of wealth, success through investing in something, they usually have a huge part they play in it across the board. Let's talk about something completely different, like fucking Mayweather. Okay, this guy probably doesn't know jack shit about investing. Okay, like in stocks and stuff. Why would he? He's a fighter. But there's one place he gambles and he wins really, really well. And what does he gamble in? Himself. Mayweather, when boxing is a huge gambling sport, right? Who's going to win the 4th round, 5th round? People bet millions of dollars on those things, and in the whole fight, a lot more. Mayweather, for a lot of his fights, before going in, he bets on himself $10 million that he's going to win it. He puts in a bet order, and he wins that shit every single time. Actually, every single time, right? He never lost. Why would he do this? Even from somebody, he doesn't know how to invest. Did he read any book? No. Doesn't apply, doesn't need to. Because he is the stock. He is the bet. His control is the preparation. His gym training, the stock's operation management is his left hand. The stock's sales for the day is his right hand. He controls every single thing. And since he can bet on himself and he can hold himself accountable, he can comfortably do that and win every single time. 100% of the times he bet on himself, he won, right? Tens of millions of dollars. So I just wanted to make this video to, really put my thought out there. If I was going to be an IPO, I would bet on myself. I would bet on my agency that, yeah, it's shit right now. If it had IPO'd and it was at cents for the stock, if I had to pick on a stock, I would bet right now. I would put the reserve money I have right now and put in my thing and then do everything to kill it because I am the stock, right?